And well, here we go again, people. Welcome back to the live stream, live and exclusive to YouTube. I am your host, Swishbone, for the remainder of the evening. First of all, a colossal thank you to Queen3210. You can check out her channel. She's on my subscriptions, please. Please go and do that. Who bought me this game on Steam. You are amazing. This is The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. It's a game from quite a few years back. It's one I've been interested in playing for some time. So I'm going to get my teeth into it. Now, before I get any further, it's not got anything for controls. Okay, that's useful to know. Okay, we're going to have to go in cold. We know nothing about the controls, nothing about the system, but I can tell you this much. It looks very, very old school indeed. And as I said before, this is brought to you in Cinemascope, so do forgive the black bars. Unfortunately, that's installed on YouTube's end. It's nothing to do with me. Let's go. So we have normal, average difficulty for those wanting a little challenge, hard difficulty for those who find normal a bit lacking, and nightmare. It's your funeral. May Adios be with you. Wow, the game's pulling no punches here. It's blind. I've no idea how the game works. We're gonna go normal. Oh wow, that's really old school style, isn't it, people? Isn't that amazing? Daddy's really late. I even got a message from the guild saying he'd be home today, too. And Sharon's gone traveling around the kingdom on some kind of training. I'm so bored. Maybe I'll just practice with my staff a bit more before dinner. Hey, I'm home. Daddy! Sorry to have kept you waiting, Estelle. Did you take good care of the house while I was away? Oh, wow. Talk about that for giving control of the property to people. Jeez. Did you take good care of the house, little lady? Make sure you stayed home and been a good little girl. And also, good evening to you there, Avian, to see you saying, oh, it's cute, you miss games like this. Well, there you go. So it's on Steam, so we'll see how we go with it. Of course I did. Did you run into any trouble, Daddy? You didn't get hurt fighting the bad monsters, did you? Nope, I'm fit as a fiddle. That reminds me, though, I bought you a present. Really? What kind of present? A new fishing pole? Sneakers? Something for my training? Maybe I raged you wrong, Estelle. Aren't little girls supposed to like clothes and jewelry? Oh, welcome back to the 1950s, people. Yes, little girl, get your dress on and your jewelry while you're at it. I like pretty clothes, but they just get dirty. And jewelry breaks when you go play outside of it on. Anyway, Daddy, what's with the big blanket? Is that my present? Oh, you're a sharp one. Now, why don't you come have a look? Wait, what? Is that really a present? What? Well, here you are. Quite a handsome boy, don't you think? Why is my present a boy? Don't make such a fuss or you'll wake him up. Wake him up? You mean he's still alive? I don't know what's weirder. Daddy brought her a boy, or she thought he was dead. I don't know what's stranger here. That's kind of dead if you ask me. I've treated his wounds, so he should be in stable condition. In the meantime, however, we'll need to let him rest. I'll put him to bed, so if you wouldn't mind heating a kettle of water on the stove, I'd appreciate it. Okay. I hope that's not the case, Avian. I really hope you're wrong with that. That'd be beyond creepy. He sure sleeps soundly. And he almost looks the same age as me. This is the first time I've ever seen black hair like that, too. He certainly does have a nice head of dark hair. And a pair of amber eyes to go with it.
nice and all, but how about you come and clean and fess up?
Fess up?
Yeah, who is this kid, anyway? And why is he hurt? Why did you bring him to our house? Is he an illegitimate child or something? Did you betray Mommy?
Oh! Ow! Damn! Estelle's as sharp as Nanako in Persona 4. Wow! Estelle takes no crap. Where have you been picking up these kinds of words? No doubt from Sherazade, I assume.
Yep, that's right.
For heaven's sake! That girl is going to get me into trouble one of these days with all her nonsense. Actually, I just met this boy while I was out on business, and I don't even know his name.
You mean bracelet business?
Something like that. Oh, look.
Huh?
He's waking up.
Wow, his eyes really are the color of amber.
Ah, good evening there, Esther. To see you jump back into it. Yes, new game presented in 4K Cinemascope. Because I couldn't capture it in 1080, it crashed my second screen. I don't know why.
Well, where am I?
So you're awake now, are you? Welcome to my humble home. You'll be safe here, so please just try to rest. Is it just me, or does he look very similar to Rudy from Wild Arms? We got the cross scar on the cheek, we got the dark hair swept over. I know this has nothing to do with Wild Arms, but that's an interesting little spot from me there. He even has the bandage.
What are you trying to pull? Huh?
You must be out of your mind. Why don't you just leave me to die? Why, no, that's a question I don't know how to answer. But does things just work out that way? Work for you?
Don't toy with me, Cassius Bright. Do you have any idea what you're getting yourself involved in? Hey! You're sure shouting a lot for someone who's supposed to be hurt. Running your mouth like that is just gonna make it take longer for your body to heal. Just who are you supposed to be? I'm Estelle Bright.
She's my daughter. Don't you remember me telling you that I have a daughter your age?
Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. Don't try and change the sub. Quit yelling! All right already. But you jumping on me like that isn't gonna make me heal any faster either. I don't hear you yelling again, do I?
Those eyes. That is the proper angry anime character. I love it. It's great. Interesting point though, actually. You say the boy reminds you of Shinji from Evangelion. I've not seen that series in years, but I can see where you're coming from. But I'm seeing more of Rudy in Wild Arms.
Look, jumping on me like that is just gonna make things worse. Do I hear yelling? Never mind. Just forget it. It's fine. Don't jump on me anymore.
As a word of advice, you'll be wise not to argue with Estelle while you're in this house. Even I wouldn't stand a chance if I made her mad enough.
Yeah, I could see that. By the way, aren't you forgetting something? Huh? Your name! You know, that thing people call you. I told you mine already, so don't you think it would be unfair and impolite not to tell me yours?
It seems like the logical thing to do, if you ask me. Trying to hide it now would only serve to your detriment.
Fine. My name is...
Your name is what? Huh? Oh. Right, this will be because this scene is in 4:3 presentation, so you are actually going to get the sidebars. That's not your screen, that's the game. Very old school animation though. I love the cleanliness of the assets here. Got dragonflies floating around now. Two swords. That's very Kirito from Sword Art Online. And there's cottages. And we actually have a gunner as well, potentially. It actually has a very Studio Ghibli kind of vibe, doesn't it? Kind of similar to, what's it called? Laptop Castle in the Sky. Reminds me of that. Hey, that's good, Harrison. Don't you say you think you're going to like this game? Awesome. I'll say huge thanks to Queen3210 who bought this game for me. Massive, massive thank you. Please go check out her channel if you haven't already. Castle Dracula from Castlevania. Well, that was kind of an epic opening, wasn't it, people? How many characters do you want in your game? Yes, it seems. So it's interesting seeing a game with this kind of style presented in, like, cinematic viewpoint. The joys of having an ultra-wide monitor, people. But I also love some of the low-res assets, like the fried eggs there, for instance. Oh, are they Mario blocks on the shelf?
It's so bright in here.
Yeah, it's me, first thing in the morning.
I slept like a rock. That must mean his dad started to cook this morning. I wonder if that means Joshua's still in bed.
Ah, so the guy's called Joshua, apparently.
Guess that's a no. Well, guess I better get myself ready then, too.
The harmonica player reminds me of a character called Ash from Vandal Hearts, which is a game I'm going to play at some point. It's an old PlayStation 1 game.
Nice, Joshua! Bravo!
Morning, Estelle. I hope I didn't wake you.
Nah, I was already up when I heard you start to play. I can't believe how awake you are, though. Even the roosters still have bags under their eyes. Not that I mind. What with that siren song of yours gently lulling this beautiful woman from her slumber?
Oh, Avian. Well called. She's already taken on that role that you mentioned for her. Well called. What do you mean, woman? We're the same age and I'm hardly a man. Oh, bless him.
How wrong you are, Joshua. We may be the same age, but I am clearly the woman of the house. And that makes you something like my loyal follower. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah. How fortunate for you.
You could at least try and sound a tiny bit sincere. It really is a nice tune, though. Cheerful, yet somehow wistful. I like your other songs, too, of course, but this one's my favorite. What's it called again?
The Whereabouts of Light.
That's right. The Whereabouts of Light.
Yes, Avian. Playing that first thing, the roosters will be going through the ceiling. I've had that when cars were revving engines back at the old apartment, to be fair.
I wish I could play the harmonica like you, Joshua. Sadly, it's a lot harder than it looks.
Compared to what it takes to use a staff, I think the harmonica is much easier. It's really just a matter of concentration.
You're probably right. I guess my problem is just that if I don't do something that uses my whole body, I start to feel drowsy.
I mean, I can relate to that, to be fair. I find it kind of hard to switch off when I'm using minimal parts.
Okay, playing the harmonica is fine and all, but how about getting some exercise too? All your hobbies are sitting around kind of stuff like reading music. No girl is going to be impressed with just that.
Wait, what's wrong with playing music and reading books? What's wrong with being an intellectual and musically talented? Why are they two things that are bad? Estelle, what's wrong with you? Well, excuse me for being so unpopular with the ladies. Although I feel like I should be the one lecturing you about your hobbies. I mean, what kind of boy wants a girl who is fishing, collecting bugs, and has a... I'm not sure I should say that word in the middle there. A love that speaks of sports shoes. And again, what's wrong with a girl liking fishing and animals and... Who wrote this script? Seriously, who wrote this script? Hand up in the chat there from Avian.
That's enough talk about hobbies for now. And for your information, I graduated from the bug collecting game a long time ago.
Really? I'll believe that when I start finding beetles in the hallway. Hey, Estelle, Joshua.
Morning, Dad.
Morning, Dad. Now Joshua's calling him Dad. There's a major chunk of context has gone missing here. When did he adopt him? How? Why? What's going on? Is breakfast ready? It's ready and waiting. Why don't the both of you hurry on down here before it gets cold?
Okay.
I'm on my way.
Thanks for the grub, Dad. Boy, am I stuffed.
Are you eating or inhaling, Estelle? Hey, I eat my food quickly. Don't throw shade at that, Joshua.
Why people say kids who eat and sleep a lot grow a lot?
I don't think I should analyze that too deeply. That could take me on a segue I don't want to go down. Ooh! Ouch, Avian. If that's this universe's form of adopting, I don't want to be here. Well, make sure you get enough to eat, but don't forget to pour that energy into your work, too. That reminds me, you two have finished up your training at the guild today, aren't you? That's right. It'll be a review of everything we've learned up to this point.
And once they're finished, we'll be bracers just like you, Dad. That means I'm not gonna let you treat me like a kid anymore, either.
You still lack understanding, Estelle. You can only become a junior bracer in the beginning. Or in other words, a trainee. If you want to be treated like an adult, then you should work extra hard in your training to become a full-fledged bracer.
But I'm not afraid of a little hard work. Just you watch and I'll see what I'm capable of, Dad. I'll be so successful it won't be long before I pass you too.
That's the spirit. Let's see what you're made of then, shall we? Let's not start a rivalry here, you two. And Estelle, keep your focus on the task at hand. We have a test later on today, remember?
Huh? Wait, what test?
Please tell me you didn't forget about the test, Estelle. You know, the one that checks whether or not we've mastered the skills we've been learning in training. I've not had a single piece of training game. What are you doing? Don't you remember Shara saying that if we failed, we'd be stuck with a ton of extra homework?
Crap, I totally forgot. Now that you mention it, I guess I kinda remember her saying something like that. Don't sweat it. I'm sure we'll manage somehow or other.
I also don't know how you survived this long, Estelle. Your brain is like a sieve. Ouch! I mean, Joshua's kind of like me in a way. I use that phrase a lot, brain like a sieve or memory like a sieve. Papa is sad. How could any child of mine end up with such a careless, over-optimistic personality?
Ha! You're the one that raised me, so I definitely got it from you.
I swear the two of you act so much alike. Whatever. We should probably head over to the guild soon, Estelle. Shara's gonna be waiting there for us.
Sounds like a plan. You know how crazy and scary she gets when someone keeps her waiting. Oh, before I forget, it's my turn to cook dinner tonight. Is there anything in particular to eat, Dad? Any requests?
Something I'd like to eat, huh? How about ruin-style scalloped fish in a balsamic vinegar sauce? That sounds horrible.
What's that?
I think it's a little more than Estelle's cooking skills can handle. Or our stomachs. Yep, Joshua's me. You're right. I just wanted to see what kind of reaction I could get. I'll just have the usual fried fish and omelette. No need for anything fancy, but do try to make something edible.
How rude! But I can't actually say it's wrong.
Actually, I do have one favor to ask before you head out. I'd like you to pick me up a copy of the Libelle News from the General Goods Store. They're supposed to be getting the latest edition in today. I mean, if you're gonna go for a last meal, go for something like that, and yes, avian, I'm like that. Toast, avocado toast, beans on toast, microwave soup, cup noodles. That's about as advanced my cooking gets.
Got it! One copy of Libelle News from the General Goods Store.
Receive 500 Mira, so that must be their currency here, Mira. If there's any money left over, you can have it as your allowance. However, that means no wasteful spending.
But Dad, I wanted to buy a load of fishing hooks. All right, thanks, Dad.
Okay, we're heading out. See you later, Dad. Work hard and give Sherazade my regards. Work hard and give Sherazade my regards, because evidently we like poetry here. Right, now the big question is, what are the controls? Oh, that's annoying. I can't use WASD. I have to use the regular arrow keys. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that is rubbish. The controls are totally wrong. I may have to switch to a controller if that carries on. Oh, well, I can save at least, so that's good. Ah, okay, so it looks like it's a tactical position, like a tactical RPG. That could be kind of cool. Yep, birch staff. Yep, see the different attacks each other. No, I'm not removing equipment. I really don't like that. The fact that it's not WASD, that's rubbish. I do not like that at all.
By the way, Dad, is it going to be alright to stay at home like this instead of going to the guild today? You haven't been there for a couple of days now.
Unfortunately, I have a lot of paperwork to sort out. But don't worry, I'll be carrying a big enough workload that the guild's not likely to fire me anytime soon.
Well, that's not exactly the most convincing thing I've heard come out of your mouth.
No, I didn't actually, Queen. I was just putting control immediately of Estelle. But good evening to you. Welcome to the stream, and thank you very much for acquiring me this game. And as I said before, I'm having to present it in Cinemascope because I can't capture it in 1080 for some reason. The joys of having an ultra-wide monitor. It is like, no, you will put it in 4K, and you will like it. I say this has a very old school feel, but I like it. Right, well, I'm guessing upstairs are the bedrooms. But yes, it feels weird playing a game in oh, we can actually rest if we want that, so that's kind of helpful. But there's no treasure chest, there's no items. Annoying. But it looks good, does it? That's the main thing. Awesome. Because I say it should be in 4K quality when I know. Oh, treasure. No. Open the treasure chest. Open the chest. Oh, for God's sake. It's like a Sims RPG. I kind of get the feeling that's not what they were aiming for, Arista Jack. Ah, this is where Joshua was playing his, playing on his harmonica. Yes, Queen, the boy's called Joshua. And no, that's kind of confusing for me too, because when I think of Joshua, I think of a totally different game. If you know, you know. There is a little bit of judder on the image, I think, but that might be my monitor. So I'm going to put up with it for now. I'm just looking around to see if there's anything else knocking about here. There's like very isometric controls. Yeah, so I say very old school style. Exactly, Queen. Yes, exactly that. It's somewhat confusing for me too. West is Bright House. North is Roland Ford 959. South, just south is Garoon Gate. Right, I'm not sure where we need to go. So let's just look around. There is also a map. So I do actually have access to a map on a keyboard, on a mouse. Well, annoyingly, as I said before, the mouse, the controls are in a weird place. I don't know why I can't. I don't know why I can't use WASD, and I've not got anywhere customizing it, which is really annoying. So I'm gonna have to lock that up. Looks like we made good time. Not too early or too late either.
You just barely graduated from Sunday school. I never dreamed we'd have to study so hard to become bracers.
Well, you're in luck. Today's our last day of training. Truth be told, though, you're the one who signed up to be a bracer in the first place, so I don't know why you'd expect to get away with any less effort.
Yeah, I mean, if I'd say, I don't know if a controller will get detected now. I can try. Let me give it a shot. As I say, I'm not comfortable using the non-WASD keys. That's assuming it'll even work with controller. Right. Let's see. Okay, it's put to the button, that's good.
Alright then, let's get to it and make it through this last hazing from Shara.
You look ready to me. Let's go meet with Shara at the Bracer Guild over there then.
Yeah, see, there's actually a run button. I'm not even where it is. Right, okay, so circle is to access that, so that's good news. The trackpad doesn't work, but I can use the mouse to get to the map if I want to, so I can hybridize. Ah, the general goods store. Cassius wanted the press.
Good morning, Mr. Renan.
Hello there, Estelle and Joshua.
You're
rather early today.
Did you come and buy a new pair of shoes?
And now that you mention it, are any new ones in stock? You know, like the newest Stragers?
No. Strager are not welcome in this game. They can go right over there to Tatsumi Port Island. Get Strager out of my game.
Unbelievable. You've actually already forgotten why we came in here to begin with. We're not here to shop. We're supposed to be buying a copy of the Louisville News for Dad, right?
Of course.
You've always been a big collector of those shoes, haven't you, Estelle? I'm afraid the new Stragers aren't out yet. After the latest issue, it'll be all news, though. I should have them in around noon.
Noon, huh? That's right in the middle of our training at the guild house.
We'll stop by again after our training's over.
Sure, I'll be waiting for you. That's true, actually, yes. You're thinking of Chidori. She did change. Oh.
The morning air is so crisp and fresh. Let's see. It's about time I water my lovely flowers.
Okay. The speed that they go when I'm using the analog controller is crazy. It's like on rapid fire. And yes, that's a fair point, Queen. Just pre-order it then. Do it that way. They say you love the visuals, do you, Arista Jack? That's pretty awesome. That's fantastic. Ah, so I've got the shoulder. I've also got control of the camera, but I can use the second analog stick for that, which is cool.
The weather is so wonderful and revitalizing today. I have a strange feeling something good is going to happen.
Something good, huh? Oh, who are you?
Oh, that girl's so cute. I gotta be courageous to try to talk to her.
Oh no. I do not want another yandere situation like with the pair from Persona 3. Hey, I'm still setting up shop. Ah, Estelle and Joshua. You seem to be here rather early.
Good morning, Mr. Malders.
Good morning, sir. We appreciate you fixing that orbit light the other day.
Speaking of armor lights, isn't the one outside our house burned out? We should get that replaced ASAP. Ornaments sure are a daily life necessity, aren't they?
When I was a lad, there weren't many of these ornament thingies. Oh no, we got the boomer. When I was a lad. As they talk for the next 30 hours about struggling. Now we can get fire and light with a mere flip of a switch, and even ships fly in the skies. I don't like it. Don't you kids think that things are way too convenient these days?
Oh crap, there he goes again about the old days.
Ah, thank you, Estelle. Call him out about it.
Yeah, well, if you just learn to shit, you big trap.
When I was young, I made things a reality through hard work and sweat. Sweat, I tell you. It would have been nice if the young kids these days knew the meaning of the phrase hard work, instead of sitting there on their phones making TikToks and talking about how woke they are. Ugh, I feel dirty now. I feel really dirty. Ugh. Pardon me. It's gotta be done. I apologize, peeps. That was dirty.
You're probably right.
Exit. Stage right. So it's almost like someone's taken a old PlayStation 1 RPG and upgraded it. It's awesome. Top of the morning to you, kids.
Good morning, Mr. Elgar.
Good morning, sir.
Well, you're up rather early, aren't you? Correct me if I'm wrong, but today's your last day of training, isn't it? I seem to remember you saying something about it the last time I had you run at the store.
Yeah, that's right.
I see. Well, I'm sure you'll do just fine, Joshua. Now, Estelle, on the other hand, I've got good reason to worry. She's always been a bit scatterbrained ever since she was a child. Probably all the knocks she took to the head while playing with the boys. Oh, wow. Oh, that is not cool. That is not cool at all.
Really? So I guess that scatterbrain trait isn't something new, huh?
I'll give you a head injury if you don't shut up! And don't call me scatterbrained!
Okay, you two, let's not fight now. And shouldn't you be getting over to the guild? Well, if you didn't insult her, she might want to do something.
Come on, Estella. Oh, well, if it isn't Estella and Joshua. Are you on your way to the bracer training? Yeah, just you watch. I'm gonna pass this exam and be as good a bracer as Shara, too. You're darn right you are. I have faith in you. By the way, Estelle, what? Why are you looking at me like that? Did you wash your face? How about your teeth? Did you brush them too?
Good Lord, does everyone think she's a complete imbecile?
Joshua's so fastidious, but you always forget to take care of yourself. Oh, come on. That was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore. Right, Joshua?
Well, now that you mention it, you did take off from home the other day with your hair all in a mess, right?
Yeah, because apparently getting up and being in a rush is not common in this world. I sit on the train to work all the time and it doesn't bother me.
It was only because it was emergency. Mr. Ridden got the late newest Strager brand sneakers in on that day. It's still. Yes?
You listen to me carefully.
For a girl your age, you need to take care of these things.
Oh, good lord.
If your appearance is messy, you won't look like someone that people can trust, even if you are a bracer. Your appearance is a reflection of what's on the inside. All right. I'll be more careful from now on. Well, that's that. Now, how about both of you get over to the guild? Man, you just can't argue with her.
So you think it's that allegory, is it, Queen? The one that the high expectations versus the low expectations. I'm standing way over the forest and mist wall to the south of here for work. There was a merchant from Bose who came from here to buy lumber. I need to get enough ready for the order I received. We'll do a quick extra save. There you two are. Good morning, Estelle.
Good morning, Joshua.
Morning, Nina.
Good morning.
Is Sherry here already?
Yes, she's waiting for you upstairs.
Once you finish today's training, you'll finally be recognized as members of the Bracer Guild. Good luck to the both of you. Thanks.
We'll do our best.
Right, so there's nothing new there. So I'm loving all the weird, like, low-res images in the background, but then they got the really nicely smoothed-out assets. It's an interesting fusion. Now, there's Sherazade, who looks very monk-like.
The Star and the Hanged Man.
The Hermit and the Magician.
Yes, the Arcana is the means by which all is revealed.
And last of all, inversion through the Wheel of Fortune. This is a difficult combination. How should I interpret this?
Good morning, Shara.
Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua, this is a rare occasion for the both of you to show up so early.
Yes, Queen, I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that.
Since my last day of training, I figured, why not? I'm ready to get this show on the road and become a bracer myself.
I'll give you credit for your enthusiasm, but I'm going to work you hard today in either way I can think of to make sure that high-spirited attitude of yours holds up. I hope you're ready.
I can feel that enthusiasm dropping already.
Quiet, you. Every time I teach you something, you somehow manage to forget it. This training is my way of trying to keep some of that information in your head instead of letting it dribble out your ears like it usually does.
Joshua, Shara's picking on me.
Don't worry, Shara. While Estelle may hate studying and rarely ever does her homework, acts rashly, is overly naive, and has a tendency to stick her nose into everything, her instincts are sharp, so I'm sure she'll pick up on how to use an ornament with some practice. Eventually. Probably. I guess there's not much I can do now except hope for the best.
Hold on a second, Joshua. Somehow I get the feeling that you weren't standing up for me.
Well, that's odd. I'm positive I described all your best traits accurately.
Whatever.
Yeah. It was a bit like turn up the heat and go as high as possible, wasn't it then? Joshua was roasting the hell out of her.
By the way, Shara, what were you trying to predict with your tarot cards? Your face was really intent.
Oh, this? I was just trying to get a vague reading about what might happen in the near future. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have been in the right mindset to interpret the cards.
You couldn't read the cards?
Now that's surprising to hear. Actually, the more profound the meaning of the cards, the more difficult they become to interpret. Unless, of course, you're like a tutor who does this kind of thing all the time and stands in the front of class after having one of his special concoctions. It comes real easy. But that's not important now. I think it's time we start your final training. I'll give you a brief rundown of all the information we'd covered in your previous training. This is the minimal level of knowledge that bracers should have in order to function effectively. And Estelle, make sure you pay especially close attention to what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
What would you like to know about? Armaments are mechanical devices which operate by using what is known as orbital energy. A variety of effects can be produced by depending on their structure and the type of quartz or process septimum installed. Although it's only about 50 years since their invention, these devices play an integral role in all facets of life, from lights, heaters, and other everyday products to weapons, magic, and even airships.
Absolutely. That's right, Queen.
In connection, this technological reform is commonly known as the Orbital Revolution. What would you like to know about? Bracers are investigative and combat specialists who work to protect civilians and maintain the stability of their respective regions. They aid the community in various ways, such as exterminating monsters, preventing crime, finding lost items, and escorting people and goods. The Bracer Guild, which has established branches across the continent, manages the affairs of the bracers in each region. What would you like to know about? The kingdom of Liberl in which we live sits on the western half of the Zemurian continent and abounds with nature and deep-rooted traditions. Liberl is proud to be part of one of the leading producers of septium on the continent and is known for its high level of technology used to develop armaments. Armament technology has also been a key pillar of support for Liberl in protecting its independence as it is contended with neighboring nations. 10 years ago, when Liberl was invaded by the Urbonian Empire, it was the use of orbital-powered airships that saved the kingdom from defeat. Consequently, even now, our relationship with the Empire is somewhat sensitive, but thanks to the Queen's political finesse, Liberl enjoys peace. What would you like to know about?
Well, that's all you've got for us.
Let's see. Since we've got a amount of stuff to do today, I'll let you off the hook this time with a condensed review. I'm going to speed things up now and move on to the practical portion of your training.
Sarah, how is today's practical training any different from the training we've done before?
Since it's practical, that means you'll be experiencing things firsthand. Therefore, I'm going to have to both of you run through everything as if this were a real bracer job.
So what you're saying is, there won't be any studying at a desk involved?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. This time you'll have to go out and make a physical effort to accomplish your task. I'll make sure to have you work up a sweat, so I hope you're ready.
Yes! That's seriously just what the doctor ordered! I didn't know what I was going to be doing if I had to sit another day with my touch parked at a desk. I guess I got all worried for nothing.
Well, suddenly you're all bright and cheerful still. Let's just hope that smile on your face lasts until the end of today's training. Okay, let's get cracking on your first objective, shall we?
Let's have it!
Your first objective will be to confirm the details of the job you'll be performing. But before that, there is something that we need to give to both of you. Ida, are they ready?
Yes, they are.
Alright, you two. Go get one for each of yourselves.
One of what?
These are very important, so make sure not to lose them.
Bracer notebook?
Oh. Bracer notebooks serve as the official way to record the status of your current jobs. Also, anything you may hear or anything you may find where, These kinds of trivial things could often become clues.
So in other words, that's our tutorial book. Which could be kind of cool if we're storing notes and everything else. I've been seeing that in other games like Xeroscape and everything else.
No matter how insignificant something may seem, always write it down. Understood.
Crap, this sounds like it's gonna be a pain.
Oh? Please tell me it was my ears playing tricks on me. Because I swear I only got one response.
I'm sure that would too.
Keeping an accurate account of events is an important duty for all bracers. So get with the program and stop trying to make this out to be more than it is, Estelle.
Okay, I got it.
Make sure you do. Alright then, let's begin. Look over by the door. You can see that there's a bulletin board standing there. First, I want you to go and check the job description posted there.
So when the board's approached, a red question mark will appear, or exclamation point will appear. Pressing the OK will display the job list. And by selecting the job names on the list, we can view their details. So we basically kind of have like quests. So here we are. So retrieval. So we get 500 mirror, and what we have to do is essentially search the sewers beneath Roland and bring back the contents of a chest. Oh. Game, you're starting the game with a sewer level. Do you know how much I hate sewer levels? So details of the job and other important events will automatically record in the Bracer notebook. And you can easily find it by clicking on the Books tab. Yes, Avian, there's a tab for you. There's a tab called Books.
Very good. It looks like you were able to see what was posted without trouble. Checking the bulletin board is one of the most basic functions a bracer performs on their job. Checking regularly to see whether or not there are any urgent tasks which need immediate attention is also an important duty for bracers.
Man, all this talk about duty is starting to cramp my style.
Sure, there are a lot of rules to follow, but there's an equal level of responsibility in the jobs themselves. I think being a bracer calls for much more than just someone with a half-hearted attitude.
I guess you're right. I just have to be more motivated.
Is that so?
Why have to put his that so?
Had a change of heart, have you?
You betcha!
Well, before all that motivation sneaks off somewhere, let's get to work on your next task. What will we be doing this time? We'll be heading across the street to Mr. Melda's Orbital Factory and learning about how to use its services. He has graciously taken time out of his work schedule to explain things, so make sure to be on your best behavior.
Okay.
Here is where you'll learn how to use an Orbital Factory's services. At an Orbital Factory, you can modify your armaments and synthesize support quartz in order to use orbital arts.
That's a good point, actually, Queen. Yes, why are they walking in place? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a good way of keeping your exercise going, but that's silly.
Arts have a wide range of effects and if mastered, can be extremely helpful. The bracer business is a pretty risky occupation, so the Guild has had a long-standing relationship with these orbital factories. Anyway, this is about as much as I can explain. I'll leave the technical details to the expert. So, Mr. Melders, if you wouldn't mind taking over from here?
No problem. Leave everything to me. So, what is it you would like to know about? Ornaments are mechanical devices which exhibit an array of effects throughout the installation of various types of quartz. By definition, that means that lights, airship engines, and so on are also types of ornaments. However, the ones which we will be discussing today are battle ornaments, which enhance the user's physical abilities and make it possible to use magic. Since each ornament is adjusted to match the owner's personal aptitude, the structures for these devices also differ for each owner. Simply put, the shape of the fixed elemental slots and lines which connect them vary. At any rate, that's the layman's explanation. So what's the expert calculation? Because I'm already confused. And also, do you notice, Queen? Once you start talking to them, they stop. It's almost like they've realised, oh, thank God I can stand still. Please keep talking to me, don't stop. In order to install quartz, you must first have an open slot. So, materia slot. By default, the central slot is open, but the other slots must be opened in an orbital factory like this. It'll take a fair amount of Sepith too. EP, which is needed for magic, will also see a max increase according to the number of open slots. I recommend opening them all as soon as possible. So what is it you would like to know about? Simply put, orbital arts are magic which can be discharged exclusively for the use of battle ornaments. In other words, a number of peculiar effects can be produced by using the orbital energy stored within these mechanical devices. Since orbital arts can be a mouthful, they are almost universally referred to as arts. Probably ought to have been called that from the get-go. There are several types of arts, but in order to be able to use them, their corresponding quartz must be synthesized in an orbital factory. Ornaments are also set up so that once a particular quartz is installed into a slot, the owner will be able to make use of those arts. The types of arts one can use also varies depending on the elemental value and the combination of the installed quartz. Indeed, they can't talk and walk and chew gum at the same time, Queen. Basically, if you want to use water arts, all you have to do is install quartz with a water elemental value. In reality, ornaments are much more complex than what I have described, but I think this information should suffice for now. So what is it you'd like to know about? Quartz are circuits made from Sepith. Quartz have a vast number of effects and raise the owner's abilities while simultaneously making it possible to use arts. However, you will not be able to harness any of these effects until quartz has been installed into a slot. However, there are also fixed slots into which only a certain type of elemental quartz can be installed. This being the case, when you synthesize a new quartz, be sure to check your compartment and decide where you will be installing it ahead of time. So, what is it you'd like to know about? Sepith are fragments of septium which are dropped by monsters. They are divided into 7 types: earth, which is brown; water, which is blue; fire, which is red; wind, which is green; time, which is black; space, which is gold; and mirage, which is silver. Sepith can be exchanged for mirror almost anywhere, but at the orbital factory, it can be used to synthesize quartz and to open ornament slots into which to install the synthesized quartz. So what is it you'd like to know about? Not much more you told me out of him.
It looks like Mr. Malders has answered all your questions. If there's nothing else, then let's have you both try and use the services here. For that, you're going to need some Sepith.
Yay, so we receive several of each type of Sepith.
With that amount, you two should be able to synthesize a few quartz. Now, I want you to begin by first making elemental quartz that will work with each of your particular ornaments. In your case, Estelle, any elemental quartz is okay, but for you, Joshua, it has to be a time elemental quartz. Normally at a shop, you'll be able to exchange Sepith for mirror, but for this training, you will not be able to use this service.
Yep. So we've already done that. So I can't modify our trade to use the orbital factory. So here we go. Before that, not what I wanted to do. Oh, it's not letting me access my. It's not letting me access my menu. Ah, that's why. I pressed the wrong option. So triangle brings up that achievements list. So is that the in-game achievements? Yeah, it must be. Okay. Oh, good work so far. If you need to use the orbital factory, give Freddy a holler over there. Oh, Freddy's coming, people. Yeah, that one's already opened. Insufficient Sepith. So we can't open them. Oh, but Yeah, insufficient. Access denied. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Never mind. At the moment, it's let me synthesize them all, which is interesting.
Alright, it looks like you're able to synthesize one. Next, I want you to increase the arts you can use. Now install a quartz into your armaments so that you can use both recovery and attack arts.
So in the armament screen, you can select... So basically, it's what sounds like it's going to be like materia. I'm sure it's has something to do with HP and that, so I'll go with Stone Hammer. Clock Up and Soul Blow.
Now install a quartz into your armament so that you can use both recovery and attack arts.
But I've not got any slots for it, that's the problem. So I'm getting confused by the menu slot here.
Alright, it looks like you have both recovery and attack arts set up. If you balance your arts out between each other like you've done here, it should make dealing with monsters much easier. Additionally, your brace and notebooks contain information about which quartz allow you to use which arts. If you'd like to use more powerful arts, check out the arts and quartz charts in your brace and notebooks and find something that works for you. Alright, our training here is almost finished. Last of all, I'm going to have you open up a new slot in your armaments. The more slots you have available to you, the broader range of choices you'll have. Since EP, which is consumed by using arts, can have its max value increased by opening slots, it would be a good idea to open them all early on. Now I want you to use this Sepith and open a slot on each of your armaments. Go ahead and decide which slots you're going to open.
Alright then, so slots. So I still can open up that one. Yeah, basically that one gets me access to an extra 2 slots straight away. So I'd say that one's a good idea. Yep, insufficient Sepith. Okay.
I see you've managed to open one of your element slots, Estelle. Since your central slot is not limited to a particular elemental, you're free to install any type of quartz you like. This concludes your training here at the Orbital Factory. Now it's time to move on to what you've both been waiting for, the qualification test.
Pardon? Did you just say test?
You can't actually tell me you forgot about that test again. Can you? Didn't I remind you just this morning?
Now that you mention it, I vaguely remember some sort of talk along those lines at the breakfast table.
Sometimes I fear for the future of the Bracer Guild and humanity.
Wow! Everyone's making Estelle out to be a real klutz in this game.
Oh, no sense in worrying about that now. Let's head over to the testing area.
You mean like now? I don't know if I'm ready for...
How about a little less yapping and a little more walking? Like the people behind the counter.
Oh, she's drugged her.
Joshua, help me!
Mr. Melders, Freddy, thank you for all your help.
Don't mention it. Good luck with that test of yours. We'll be rooting for you.
I'm gonna remember that you left me high and dry like this. Joshua!
Oh, your training has finally come down to this. Your qualification test will begin here. I expect to see both of you use what you've learned up to this point.
Understood.
Huh?
What's wrong, Estelle?
Shira?
What now?
I was kind of wondering, but is there not going to be a paper test or something?
Did Cassius drop you on your head as a child?
Wow, okay, she might be a little derpy, but come on, cut her some slack.
You just read what it said on the bulletin board not that long ago, right?
Yeah, and?
And I even made you jot down what you read in your embracing notebooks. Unless you forgot that too. I'm pretty sure the job listing mentioned searching for and retrieving an item from the sewers. Ringing any bells yet?
Oh, what a relief! Oh, divine ideas! I give thanks to thee for thine infinite grace in bestowing us such wonderful gifts as sewers!
Why is she gone Shakespearean? Why?
So what you're really saying is you thought it was a paper test. No wonder you're acting all crazy back at the Orbital factory.
I can already feel the nostalgia. All those horrible days stuck in a classroom are starting to feel like grand memories indeed.
I'm really starting to wonder if we'll be able to graduate at all.
What's wrong with you? Why'd you have to go and say something like that when I'm trying to reminisce about positive things?
Alright, that's enough jabbering, you two. This is supposed to be a test. So how about the both of you try to at least look a little anxious? Just so you know, though, if you do happen to flunk the test, you don't even want to imagine the kind of homework I have in store for the both of you.
We'll be fine. Just tell us what you want us to do and let us loose.
Well, if you're so confident, then how about proving that you're not just blowing hot air with the results of your test? Anyway, as you both saw on the bulletin board, this test will be a search conducted in Roland's sewers. Your objective is to retrieve the contents of a chest, which has been placed somewhere within that area. The layout of the sewers is extremely simple, so you don't need to worry about getting lost either.
Game. Yes, we do. Trust me, we do.
However, there are real, living, breathing monsters down there. So if you get careless and let down your guard, you will be sorry. Also, let me give you this before I forget.
We got tear bombs. Monster guide.
What's this book for?
It's called a monster guide, and it's used to record information about monsters and other opponents you meet. Whenever you figure out an enemy's attributes, you should make an immediate note of it in here. Sounds pretty straightforward to me. He who controls the flow of information controls the tide of battle, right? That's exactly what I'm saying. You've really got a good head on your shoulders, Joshua.
That's some pretty useful advice. Thanks for the tip, Shara.
We'll put it to good use.
Alrighty then, let's get pumped and knock out this test.
Let's. Don't forget though, this is an exam. We should make sure we treat it as such.
And here we are, we've got our first dungeon. But luckily, like in Persona 2 Innocent Sin, we can save anywhere we like, so on we go.
There appears to be a recovery point set up over there. Let's use it if our HP and EP become low before engaging in further battles.
Yep, so basically you can reach it, mark appears, press OK, select some rest, we'll have our HP and EP restored.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Excellent, so if we look at status, you can see that right now our EP is actually not a maximum. Also, I've got to say, that's really cute art. I actually like the artwork they've given them both. In fact, Estelle's style there reminds me of Nami from One Piece. I only know that because I've seen pictures of Nami and not actually watched any. Very nice save music there, I guess.
Masters at 12 o'clock.
Be careful not to take advantage of your blind side.
Got it.
So monsters cannot be seen from far away. They'll become visible as you approach them. Ah, so if you engage an enemy from behind, it's advantageous from behind. Yeah, so basically it's like in SMT and Persona. Don't get ambushed from behind. Ah, so we've got a battle order bar. Again, very Persona 2. And if you took a look in the left, unfortunately, I've just realised something. My camera covers it. Now, I'm not going to be able to move. I'm not going to be able to saw it now, so I'm going to have to do that for the next stream. I'm going to move the camera to the other side on the next stream. Yeah, I could do it now, but it's going to look kind of awkward. Give me a sec. Basically, whenever I access another part of the system, it cuts the music out. So I do apologise for that, peeps. Yep. So it indicates so we've got Estelle, then Joshua, and then the two monsters, basically. You may use it. You may also use it to move. You're using a mouse. Click and enter location. Okay. But only as out of range, an icon will appear. So it's kind of half tactical RPG there. Yeah, this reminds me a lot of Vandal Hearts. So the question is, do I, as Joshua, risk him being able to move over there? It can't let me... Can I see his turn? No, it's not letting me see it. That's really frustrating. Yeah, this is very much like Vandal Hearts. Oh, that's nice. And he is in range. Hey, treasure. So I can actually use my mouse, but in fact my mouse for this will actually be really, really good. It'll feel like I'm playing an old school, like, point and click game, you know, like something like XCOM. Because I guess if you go in the right position, you can get enemies from behind. Like here, we can get to the side, which should do more damage. Joshua can attack again. Okay. And much like in other games, they'll turn to face you once you've attacked them. Is he in range? No. So you actually move and attack.
All right, we're good to go.
We got a juicy bone. Okay, I actually really like that battle system. It's halfway between. I've recently played through John the Ark, and you've got to be kidding me. I can use the mouse. I can control them using the mouse. That's amazing. And then if I hit escape, I can get access to that. Oh, well that's better. I don't even have to use the controller, I can use a bloody mouse.
Here comes some more.
Depending on the enemy, some physical attacks may be ineffective. Let's use arts, not physical attacks.
Okay.
Yep, good at avoiding physical, but they also make long-range attacks but require time to be cast. and the EP is used, so we need to recover by resting at inns, hotels, or using charge stations. Yep. Okay, yep, so arts can be cast, EP is consumed when it's done. So determine the element most effective against your foe and use it. Let's see, let's try on 2 different enemies. Nice. Yes, good evening, Bahamut. Welcome to the stream. We finished SMT5, so we're playing Trails in the Sky. And it's being presented in Cinemascope, full 4K. Good evening to you. Welcome to the stream. I'm playing this on the Steam version, and I've just found out I can play using a mouse. I don't have to even use a controller, which is amazing. Although I have to use the spacebar to interact with people for some strange reason. So yeah, so let's say a massive thank you to Queen3210 who bought me this game. Huge thank you for that. I always appreciate when people do that. Please go and check out her channel. Recently, we're getting through the Let's Play of Zero Escape, Zero Time Dilemma, and that's got very, very weird of late. Oh, from behind.
Estelle, let's try using Crass this time around. Since Crass have other effects besides just dealing damage, they're worth a shot.
Roger that!
So they have range limits but can be used instantly. And then you get craft points is gained by dealing out or receiving damage. So that's kind of like the ability points that you get in Crisis Core. Yet, which not only deal damage over a broad range of effects, so they consume CP instead of dealing out or receiving damage. Okay, in which case, that's support. A shout, that gives strength boost. Oh, you can use it on both, okay.
Come on!
Yeah, her voice is totally different to the voice I've given her. So apologies to the voice actor. Ooh, okay. Oh! How dare you attack me from behind? Who do you think you are? For that, you're getting attacked from behind as well. Completely needless, but let's do it. Ah, that's interesting. There might be a remake or a remaster of the series coming soon. Why haven't you attacked him? Oh, I think I know why that is, because of the craft.
That's that then. Let's move out.
Is it just me, or does Joshua's voice actor sound like Johnny Young Bosch? It might just be me, but there was something about a "let's move out" that made me think of JYB. Because I've given him a totally, like, kind of edgy kind of voice like that. Ah, so it's right-click. Right-click on the mouse to interact, left-click to move. That makes sense. That's something to do with the camera, using the mouse scroll. That doesn't work. The fact that I can play this with a mouse is amazing. I'm really happy with that. That's so good. The only problem is it messes up my plans for when I'm doing my streams, but so be it. Yay, we found a reviving balm. Awesome. Yes, I'm back playing Digital Devil Saga, people. The door is rusted and appears to be locked.
Oh, what a surprise! Another creepy thing! I wish there were an easy way to take care of him.
One blow using an S-craft or S-brake should do the trick for just about any enemy. The catch is that CP has to be at least 100 to pull up one of those moves. Yep, see, he's got a bow. S-brakes immediately unleash the battle order. Oh, okay, I'll go back and do that in a minute. These actual lives not doing by ignoring the battle order once CP has reached 0. Ah.
Let's do this!
Oh, you got the Persona Flash? Seriously? I mean, that was awesome, but he even did the eye flashing thing.
Here I come!
Even Sun Mina would be proud of that one.
That's that then. Let's move out.
That's very similar to the Adventures of Alundra, where it'd be like, you pays gearing at the bottom, hope to find something else. It's very similar to the Adventures of Alundra, that one, but nice reference, game. Thank you. Thanks for roasting me, game. Nice Easter egg, that. Thank you, Bahamut. I appreciate it, mate. No, she wouldn't. Estelle is very independent, isn't she? She would not be happy at people calling her that. So I'm hoping to finish this tutorial mission, and that's where we will be wrapping things up for tonight. Having finished SMT5 Vengeance earlier on, we fought the final boss twice, a powerful version and an extremely powerful version. And this is the kind of game I can play and do some offline grinding with. It's great. Here we go.
So that's the treasure we're after, huh? If we made it this far, the rest are gonna be a piece of cake.
Seems like I've got a little breathing room for at least. Let's pay close attention to our battle order this time. There should be a number of ways to get more mileage out of our actions. Yeah, which can be allotted to turns. Turn bonus to same effects regardless of whether they're allotted to an ally or foe. Using S-brakes to ignore battle makes it easier to jump in and strip an enemy away with their turn bonus. Yep, okay. They receive that bonus. So you get basically, after each turn you get a bonus boost. So basically the one on the back is going to get a healing boost, whereas we get Sepith for the others. That's kind of helpful to know. So you just started the project Aegis, basically. Wow, these guys are annoying. One down. Yay, so you got some of his health back. That's kind of cool.
So I like you have to constantly look at all the different areas for the boots. It's pretty awesome. Ooh. Actually, we should be okay for now. That's craft, I don't want to do that.
All right, we rule.
Yay, a couple of small boxes.
That's weird. There's a couple of boxes inside the chest. The fact there's not just one, but two is kind of interesting. Wonder what's inside.
Remember, Estelle, our mission is to search and retrieve only. I'm pretty sure looking inside these boxes doesn't fall under our mission objective.
You're not fun at all, Joshua. This has nothing to do with our mission. It's like what I like to call good, honest curiosity. You know, we're the only ones down here. We can get away with a teensy-weensy peek, right?
If you feel like flunking today's test, then by all means be my guest.
Did you just say the F word?
Technically it did, but not the F word we're thinking of.
Yeah, opening one of those boxes could result in an automatic fail for the both of us. If this were a real job, the contents of those boxes would belong to the client. And as long as they were nothing illegal, we would have no right to open them.
I know you're right, Joshua, but I just can't help myself.
If you absolutely have to know what's inside, why not ask Miss Cheryl when we get back? But for now, we need to focus on getting out of here.
All right, all right.
So that all those roads seem to change. That's pretty awesome. No, you definitely don't want to make Shahrazad mad. No, you don't. I get the feeling that she's going to be someone you do not want to get on the wrong side of.
Good work, you two. As a rule of training, I'm going to need to confirm the items in your possession.
Hand it over, small box 2.
Yep, they're the real deal, alright. I don't see any evidence of tampering either.
That was a close one.
Figured she would try to set us up like that. Congratulations to the both of you. You successfully passed your qualification test.
You really didn't think something that simple would pose a problem, did you? So, Shara, what's in those boxes you had us get?
That's for me to know, and you to find out. After your training is finished. That's enough chit-chat for now. Let's get back to work. You two still have some things left to do.
Seriously? But didn't you say we passed the test?
You still have to learn about how to report the results of your work. I'm aware you're both tired, but it's no time to shirk your duties. Let's get back to the guild.
When is this day gonna be over? Oh well, no sense in giving up when the finish line's in sight.
Agreed. It's like we're within reach and distance of our goal. Your final training is how to report to the guild. Whenever you finish a job, it's your duty to report the results of your work to the guild. Reporting how you resolved the situation and the steps you took to get there are all part of your job as a bracer. You can report your results to the front desk in each guild branch. And as you already know by now, Einar is in charge here at the Roland branch. In addition, this is where you'll be paid for your work. I look forward to seeing great things from the both of you. Now that we're here, Why don't you both go ahead and report the results of today's training?
Yep, so upon approaching the counter, a talk mark appears, press the OK, report to the guild. Nice and smooth. Yay, we received payment. We got 500 mirror, and we're now rank 9. Yes.
Good job, you two. Seems like you were able to complete your objective without running into any major problems. Another thing to take note is that depending on how you handle a job, you may see an increase or decrease in the amount of pay you receive. When you report the results of your work to the guild, pay in the form of a mirror isn't the only thing you'll receive. You also accumulate points which are known as BP.
Bracer points.
BP are an indication of your achievements as a bracer. When these points exceed a certain value, you'll advance in rank as a bracer and be awarded with a special piece of equipment by the guild. The ranks of junior bracers start at 9 and go all the way up to 1. Please set your sights on making first rank and working hard.
So basically we start at soldier rank 9, and we're trying to go to soldier first class.
The amount of mirror and BP you receive will be recorded in your bracer notebooks, so please have a look sometime later on.
All that's left now is to finalize your training. Let's head back upstairs, shall we? I'll talk to you later, Ina. I'm sorry I've been putting more work on your plate today than usual.
Don't worry about it. Training new bracers is important for the future of the guild. I fully intend to work these two to the bone in any case. To the bone?
And no share will involve the whip.
No! Just no! Leave it there!
Let me say it again. Good work, you two. You've now officially completed the entire training course. From now on, you will be learning from your own real-world experience. Well then.
Sherazade holds out 2 boxes.
Are those the boxes the ones?
In answer to your question, yes. These are the boxes you retrieved during today's test. You seem awfully curious to find out what's inside, Estelle.
Are you saying it's okay that we open them?
That's right. Why don't the both of you have a look at see what's inside?
Yes, Bahamut, I am. I've already got it on pre-order for the PlayStation 5 because it was cheaper than Steam for once. I've got it on pre-order. It's due to arrive on about the 15th of October, I think. So I'm hoping that I'm going to wrap up Gran Turismo 4, and at that point I will have these 3 games in the rotation, because I've also got, starting on Friday, Chrono Cross. Another game courtesy of Queen 3210, so thank you very much.
Sweet!
Alright, let's have a look.
Estelle and Joshua open the boxes. Found like guild badges. Yeah, the junior bracer envelopes.
This crest is.
So does this mean that we're... Estelle Bright, Joshua Bright. Beginning this day at 1500 hours, you are both hereby appointed as junior bracers within the Bracer Guild. From here on, you will work as members of the Bracer Guild to support the livelihood of those around you, defend peace, and uphold justice. Congratulations, you two, and welcome to the fall.
Did you hear that, Joshua? We become members of the Bracer Guild!
So I'm a bracer now, huh? I think the realization is only now just beginning to sink in.
Come on, Joshua! You should be jumping for joy or running around screaming at the top of your lungs like this! Look at us now, world! We did it!
I was happy until you made my eardrums bleed.
Well, as I say, I mean, I've played plenty of weird JRPGs, Bahamut, so I'm intrigued by how it plays compared to the OG game.
I hate to interrupt the celebrations, Estelle, but I need to take off now. I have some backed-up work that needs my immediate attention.
We understand. We've been spending a lot of extra hours working with us during this busy guild. Time for the guild. Before you head out, Shara, I just want to say thanks.
Likewise. I appreciate all the trouble you've gone through for us, Shara. Don't mention it. Training new recruits is one of a bracer's many duties. Believe it or not, I was once in your shoes a long time ago when your father, Cassius, trained me.
So that's why you have so much respect for my dad, huh?
There's actually much more to it than that. But I'll save that conversation for another...
Ah, no! If that's going where I think it's going.
As for the both of you, work hard to become full-fledged bracers early on, so you can help me guide those new recruits that come after yourselves. And in time, I hope to see you both become respectable bracers like your father. Anyway, I'll leave you with that thought.
I don't get it.
Get what?
This is Sherazard, aka the Silver Streak, one of the most skilled young bracers we're talking about. So why is it that she holds Dad in such high esteem? He just seems like nothing more than a no-good middle-aged man who's always out doing who knows what instead of being a father.
A no-good middle-aged man, huh? From your viewpoint, it doesn't come as a surprise that you would see him in that fashion.
Huh?
Never mind. Let's hurry and head home. We should let Dad know that we qualified as junior bracers.
Right.
And we also need to go to get that magazine for him. Oh, who are you?
Yeah, there is Stone, Joshua.
Oh, hi, Rich.
Looks like your train's over, isn't it?
I'm humbled to know that you two are the youngest ever to pass the bracer exam.
I'm forward to working with you in the same capacity. Ourselves as well. Had to get back to work now. If there's something you don't understand, give me a holler.
Oh, we got a cutscene.
Hurry up and come on. Wait for me, Luke. Huh? Oh, it's you two. Oh, great. It's Estelle. Hi there, Joshua. Okay, you little twerp. What's with the "oh great, it's Estelle" remark? And what's the big hurry? How about telling us where you're headed? You're not thinking about wandering around the town alone, are you? The roads are full of monsters. I hope you know. Oh, you're such a pest, Estelle. Don't you know there's no room for girls to be sticking their fat noses in boys' business? Quit acting like you're a bracer, you wannabe. How wrong you are, Luke. How incredibly wrong. You're more wrong than a fool who thinks there's better tasting milk in LaBelle than the milk that comes from Purcell Farm.
A very oddly specific insult, but okay.
What? No way! You're full of it, Estelle. In fact, just as a few minutes ago, we qualified to become real bracers. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Real bracers!
More like braces in training, really. Don't think you should be getting on your high horse just yet, Estelle. No high pony, on the other hand.
Quit being a killjoy! Whoa, you two are great! I'm so happy for you both! Oh, Pat, you're such a good little boy. Don't let that smart aleck and cynical brat you call a friend. This isn't fair! I was supposed to become a bracer first! I can accept that Joshua became a bracer before me, but getting passed by the likes of Estelle? What's the likes of Estelle supposed to mean? Just so you know, you can't even be a bracer until you're 16 years old. Get it? Only mature people allowed. And that means no little kids who are still going to Sunday school.
I don't know how to put this, Estelle. But Sunday school is dying to have you back.
You better watch out, Estelle. I'm going to train to my secret base. Before you know it, I'm going to be a bracer too. Come on, Pat, let's go. All right, I'm coming. See you later, Estelle. Bye, Joshua.
Ah, interesting. Okay, well, I guess we'll find out when we play the game, Bahamut. I want to reserve judgment until I'm playing.
That boy, Luke. He's always trying to pick a fight with me. I wonder if he just plain hates me or something.
Rather, I think it's the exact opposite.
What do you mean by that?
Don't worry about it. It's just a boy thing. At any rate, what do you think Luke meant when he said secret base? I don't know why, but someone makes me a bit curious.
I know exactly what you mean. A secret base sounds really intriguing. The pure heart of a child could be so inspiring at times.
That's not really what I meant by curious.
Yes, the writing is amazing. It was originally a very old title, but this was the remastered version. But yes, so we've got through the first mission, and that, for now, even though it's only a shortish stream, is where I'm going to end it, purely because we did have the SMT5 stream earlier on, and I have work tomorrow morning. So, thanks one more time to Queen3210 for acquiring this game for me. I am very, very thankful. It's got great charm, I'm enjoying it, and I'm looking forward to playing more of it. Now, on tomorrow evening's broadcast, yes, we're doing the Monday one, we're going to be doing Gran Turismo 4, and then on Friday, we're going to be starting Chrono Cross. There's no midweek stream this week because I will be away on a business trip. As for Sunday night, I think we found ourselves a trail to start following. So until then, thank you all very, very much for watching. And seriously, why is everyone so mean to Estelle?